What is going on, Leo? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your new moon reading, the new moon that is taking place on the 5th, maybe the 6th, depending on where you're located in the world. But it is taking place in the sign of Gemini if you follow Western astrology. However, if you follow Vedic, it is in Taurus. All right, so please take the messages as they apply. Otherwise, leave the rest for who they are meant for. All right. So this reading is in specific for the new moon and what you can look forward to, be made aware of that you may not be expecting. All right. So, Leo, first message that I was immediately getting for you just by looking at the bottoms of the decks that I have here, which is the hidden energy, is I feel like some of you are doing better than you think you are. Some of you are more in alignment than you may give yourself credit for. Some of you are closer than what you think you are. Okay. So we have woman holding a coin. Keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra. Time for a nap. Akashic records. Foundation. Connect. Media. And optical illusion. So what I'm getting here is some of you are being prepared for. I was getting two messages. So I feel like some of you, this has to do with love. Okay, I'll start there. For some of you, this has to do with love. Whether you guys, it feels like some of you are attracting someone who is wealthy, someone who is financially stable, well off, okay? And so you're being asked to really keep your heart open and kind of just, relax and let it flow. It'll come in when it needs to. It'll come in how it's supposed to, but it feels like some of you are meeting someone, whether this is, and it doesn't have to be, even if you're a woman watching, it doesn't mean that that's, a woman is who's coming in, but it could be just someone who is more in that, more, who has that feminine quality, who's maybe more balanced in their feminine energy as well as their masculine. So meaning that even if it's a man, right, that some of you are attracting, they still know how to use their money. They still know how to make, their money stretch. They know how to be resourceful. They know how to make a lot with a little, right? But for others of you, this is actual, maybe female energy that is coming towards you, or someone that just operates, more dominantly in their feminine energy. So like I said, please take it as it applies. Now, so like I said, some of you, this is a love connection that's coming in. 222 on the timer. And this is someone that you're going to be able to build a foundation with, or, have some type of family connection with, things like that. But it's requiring you at this time, Leo, to kind of kill the old stories, kill the old narrative, release the old narrative of what has happened already or what you've already experienced. It's like that. I feel like for some of you is that last like key factor that is keeping this from coming in. Okay, so it feels like this new moon is going to be the perfect catalyst for you to set the intention to get clear if you're still holding on to some type of old narrative, old experience that is essentially keeping what you want at bay. Okay, so because I feel like some of you are, worried or concerned that something you've already experienced is going to repeat itself, but that is what I feel like the illusion is. Okay, it feels like for some of you that is really the mirage. That is the, what it seems like it is, but it's not. Okay, some of you are like, it's just an old story, and so it's your ego, that part of you that is scared, the part of you that is fearful, that part of us that gets created through experiences that cause us pain, that make us fearful. All those things, it builds that, it holds on to those things in order to protect us. So it serves its purpose, it has its role, but it's important to make sure that we're not making decisions from a fearful place, making sure that when we're, denying something or declining something, that is not coming from a place of, well, I've already had that experience, I don't want it to happen again. If that's how you're responding to it, then that means that there's something there that either you haven't learned or you haven't completely healed from. Okay, so and it's coming up in order to show you that, to make you aware of that there's still a little bit more work to do there, or there's still something that you need to release there. So it's just a matter of you allowing yourself to connect to, your higher mind, your higher self, spirit, whoever you work with, in that sense, to reveal that to you. And others of you, this is about, some of you are aligning to someone that you can build a foundation with, that you can have a happy home or family or whatever, if that's what you want. But you need to allow yourself to connect to people. It's like you can't expect to to attract someone that you want long term if you're never putting yourself out there to date. If you're not going anywhere, you're not on any dating sites, if you're not, if you're in the house, it's like, how can you expect it to come to you if you're not making yourself available for it, right? And then we have media at the bottom. So some of you, this is maybe something that that is gonna take place online. You may meet someone online. Some of you have been maybe getting inklings to put yourself out there. You may, for those of you that are social media influencers or, you know, entrepreneurs that have a social media presence or a platform, this is how you may connect this person. This person may meet you there, or some of you may essentially start gaining some sort of financial rewards or recognition. Like it feels like some of you may start building up your financial resources through, you know, making videos or your platform or whatever, you know, online content that some of you are creating. Some of you are being asked to, you know, to connect to that because it's part of your destiny. It's part of what you're supposed to be doing, but you have to allow yourself to explore and keep your heart open to the possibilities, to, you know, what your heart is guiding you to do, essentially, because that's taking you the right way. Your heart is always going to lead you in the right direction. And it can be scary at times, right? But that's where, like I said, when you connect to your higher self, it'll help you discern if you're operating from a place of fear, based on what's already happened, that's already, you know, done and gone, or if there's really something to actually be concerned about. Okay, so let's get into your messages. So, unexpected energy. Some of you may not be. This card has come out like literally for all the signs. It was either at the bottom of the deck or it's actually come out in the actual reading. So if you have Aquarius placements or you're dealing with one, you might want to check out that reading, as well as Capricorn. Okay, so full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Okay, and this new moon is in Gemini, so this is that opposing energy. This is the full moon card showing up, and this new moon is in the same sign. So for some of you, this is like, it feels like some things that are coming back around at this time. Oh, and let me say this really quick before I get too far into the reading. I apologize. I'm trying to catch my breath here because I channel and it goes really fast, and I'm trying to keep up with it, what's coming in. Spirit, can we slow down a little bit, please? Thank you. Okay. So, Saturn went retrograde June 29th, which is literally 3 days ago? Yeah, because this is the first when I'm recording this video. So Saturn went retrograde on June 29th, and it's gonna stay retrograde until November 15th. So we're gonna have literally two portal energies, the 8-8 portal and the 11-11 portal, while Saturn is in retrograde. Okay, so it is very important that during this time, that while we're essentially under review through Saturn, the planet of discipline, structure, order, karma, all those things, we have to make sure that we're doing our part to pay our karmic debts, to get things in line, to release things that no longer serve, basically getting our shit together, getting our ducks in a row, right? So that is what this energy is. So it feels like for some of you, things that you thought maybe you released are coming back up at this time. So it's important to still do your best, though, to, maintain the balance and go with the flow as best, as you can. Okay. Acknowledge, it's not to say that you're not going to have challenges and things like that. Of course we are, right? But it's a matter of, controlling what you can in the situation and releasing control of what is not for you to control, right? So we can think about the things you can control in a situation, which is your own heart, mind, spirit, how you respond, things like that. Okay, let me get through these cards first, because I noticed that it makes the readings way longer when I start diving into each one separately. So we have Angel of Love, card 49, okay? Spiritual message. We have, look at hand fasting union, okay? Moon cycles, okay? Come through, Spirit. We were just talking about that. So what is being activated for you guys? Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy, okay? This is like Archangel Michael energy all day long here. I just love these cards. They're so beautiful. So anyway, yeah, that's okay. Then we have miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them, okay? So this is about expecting good things to happen, okay? Know that you're worthy, you're deserving. So your financial message, we have Promoter and the Rebel, okay? I'll read those when we dive into that. So, all right. So Leos, it feels like things are coming up to the surface during this time that is requiring your attention, but it's requiring you to be honest with yourself, okay? For some of you with this Gemini energy, that is why the swords fell underneath this card, okay? Is because it has to do with your thoughts, as well as your speech, right? Speaking your truth. But this is also about clarity, okay? Seeing the truth about people, about a situation, seeing it for what it is, as well as what it's not, and responding from that place. So I feel like some of you, if you're being asked if there's like a cycle coming back around or a connection coming back around, you know, like we have the angel of love here with the keep your heart open, the union. Like I really feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with some type of love connection situation. For some of you, it's a karmic connection, meaning a connection that came into your experience, 1010 on the timer, a connection that came into your experience to teach you something, to show you maybe where you still had healing to do, or where you need more boundaries, or where, you know, you need to be more open and receptive to what the universe is trying to give to you, whatever the lesson that you can extract from the situation. I feel like for some of you, that is what's coming up for review at this time, is has this person changed? If it's like, for example, someone coming back around, has this person changed? Are they in alignment? Does this feel any better than it did before? Have they learned their lessons? Have I learned mine? You know, and really being honest with yourself. Allow yourself to really give yourself an honest evaluation of these things and, you know, respond accordingly. So if you determine that someone has not changed, this is about being honest with yourself. Okay. Full moon energies are, you know, completions. So it feels like some of you, you're needing to know that as you complete cycles or as you cut things out once and for all, you have to know that you are protected as you do so. But it's a matter of being honest with yourself about what needs to happen, how that needs to happen. Okay. And, you know, expect yourself to attract miracles. Okay. For some of you, it is in love, but it's a matter of allowing yourself to love yourself first and knowing that I'm worthy and deserving of the love I desire, and allow that miracle to take place for you. Some of you may have a hard time based on your own, you know, past experiences. You have a hard time believing in miracles, believing that they even exist, although they happen every day. It's just a matter of what you choose yourself to be aware of, right? So like I said, for some of you, this is a karmic connection of some sort because we have union with cycles. So for some of you, this is a person from your past that is coming back around, maybe trying to make things right with you, trying to balance the scales with you, trying to, you know, come back into your experience, right? They want to do a new start, whatever. So like I said, some of you, this is your indication that this is coming back up for review, but it's to see, have you learned your lessons? Are you ready to really let them go this time? Some of you, this is maybe someone who has come back around more than once. And it's kind of like, and it doesn't even have to be romantic all the time, right? This could still be, you know, any connection, a friendship, partnership, you know, business, it doesn't matter. You'll know where it applies if it's your message. So, but it's still about being honest with yourself, okay? And cutting, you know, the energetic cords where they're necessary, okay? So, let's see, for your financial message, promoter. If there is a new idea or project manifesting, know that it has great potential for success. Careers in the nightlife industry, events or restaurant industry could be right for you. Use the law of attraction for money. Be the energy you want to attract. Absolutely. You have to embody it and embrace it. And then we have the rebel. You're a trailblazer meant to see things differently and set a new path for others. Your rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. An old belief, it could be a system. Old belief about money could be preventing you getting ahead. So, like I said, for some of you, that could also be what this is as well, okay? Some of you, this could be a cycle that continues to repeat itself in your finances because of some unions, because of some connection. And while a lot of people tend to think, I've noticed that, you know, that has nothing to do with my money. Yes, the fuck it does, okay? Because it's energy. Energy doesn't die or get destroyed. It changes form, and it is easily transferable. So while if one area of your life is stuck or having issues, it can definitely trickle over into other areas of your life. So for some of you, if you're like, say, for example, with a partner that you refuse to let go of, but they have limiting beliefs around money, guess what? That energy is transferring onto you because you're sleeping with them, you're dating them, they're in your house every day, you're interacting with them on a regular. That trickles over into how you think about money. It can. I'm not saying that, you know, that's definite or finite, but it's very possible. And so that's why I feel like for some of you, it's important for you to identify where you're needing to make these cuts, where you're needing to be honest with yourself about a situation and see it for what it is. Is it going to grow me? Is it excelling me? Is it prospering me? Is it allowing me to expand, or am I just being stuck? Okay, some of you, these things are coming up for you to clear to make room for new things, new starts, new beginnings with new people. Okay, so like I said, especially for those of you that have been struggling financially and you're like, well, you know, worried about, you know, finding a new person. No, like the universe is trying to bring all that to you. Some of you, once you let this go or close this cycle out, you're not only going to have new love, but new money as well. But you just, you know, it's a matter of what you believe is possible. What Spirit is saying, okay? Be open to miracles. It's right here. So it's just a matter of what you believe is possible, what you believe you deserve, because that's what's going to be reflected back to you. We don't get what we want, we get who we are. And so if you operate from a place of abundance and worthiness and knowing that I'm fully, deserving of what I'm asking for, that is what you're going to attract, and nothing less. So let's see what else for Leos. Look at the bottom, Ace of Cups. See what I'm saying? Ace of motherfucking cups. Okay, like I said, new love. And for some of you, if it's not even new love, like as far as a partner goes, this could be definitely an opportunity that some of you have been waiting for, whether it's love for yourself, where you're loving yourself in a way that you never have before, just have an overflowing sense of just, God, like to me, that is like one of the most powerful things to have, when you realize how much you're missing that, how much, we seek outside of ourselves looking just for that. And when you finally have that, you finally get a sense of what that feels like, a taste of what that feels like. It's like, I don't want anything else. Like, I want this, right? And knowing that when you establish this for yourself, everything else outside of that in the 3D falls into place. It follows. Okay. So some of you, that is what you're attracting here, that you're not expecting. It could definitely be showing up in the form of a person that's reflecting the love that you now have for yourself, loving yourself enough to let other situations go that are no longer in alignment, only allows the situations that are, ones that are abundant, that have all the love to give, and you have all the open room now to receive. So let's see. For Leos, here's a message. Something they look forward to, be made aware of, that they may not be expecting for this new moon on July 5th for Leo. Can't even make it up. So we have Lovers. I feel like I don't know if it tried to flip and if it came out like that, or if it just did that when it was trying to fall off the desk. But we do have the Lovers. Okay, so for some of you, I'm gonna just read it both ways. Okay, this could definitely be someone that you're attracting, like I said, letting in new love. Okay, someone that you've been wishing for, that you've been waiting for, someone that's in alignment with your path, with your destiny. Others of you, if you're going through a breakup, that could be something you're not expecting. That could be the cord that some of you are cutting, being honest with yourself. Like, you know what, let me be real. Like, it hasn't been working. And I know that this is just a cycle. That's why things keep repeating, certain things that you're wondering, like, why does this keep fucking happening? That is an indication that that's a cycle that needs to be, stopped. And you're the one who needs to stop it. That's why it keeps happening. So, choice is yours, but Gemini energy with the full moon in Gemini. So some of you with Gemini may definitely be of significance. You also have Aquarius here at the bottom. Like I said, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you may want to check that reading out as well. So let's see. What else for Leos? Judgment, decision. This is a final decision being made. Okay, awakening to what needs to happen. 2 major arcanas. Okay, starting. This is definitely a very pivotal and important time for you, Leo. Okay, that is what your major arcanas represent. Major periods in our life, pivotal periods in our life that are inevitable, that are bound to happen one way or another. Whether you delay them or not, they're going to happen. So some of you are maybe going through an awakening, okay, that you've been lying to yourself about, the 7 of Swords. Some of you, that is what this is. And this is a 7. This is giving me 7 of Swords energy as well, but it could also be 7 of Cups. I get like both of those from this card here, and this is Aquarius energy. So like I said, we have Gemini showing up here twice, as well as Aquarius. So some of you, like I said, heavy on both those signs. You may want to check out those readings, but this is like some of you may be needing to choose to make a final decision about a connection that some of you are maybe scared to let go of or release, out of fear that maybe that you won't be able to move on, or you won't do as good as you could with them, that you won't be able to do that by yourself. Like some of you, that is what this is about. The 7 of Swords energy is, ways that we are lying to ourselves, essentially, psyching ourselves out in order to stay safe, right? That's your ego. And that's what I was talking about earlier, making sure we're not making decisions from that place, because that's what's going to keep you stuck. Some of you, your ego might be telling you need this person, you need to keep them around, because if you don't, how are you going to pay your bills? Spirit is saying, on the other hand, when you let it go and stop lying to yourself, thinking that you have to stay somewhere where you're not happy, or you're not growing, I will take care of you, right? I will provide for your needs. I will bring miracles into your life that will take place of that and be far better, right? But that's the choice, okay? That is what the Lovers represents, the choice. The choice is always yours. But it feels like some of you, when you stop sabotaging your potential, right, that is what puts you in alignment to something that is equally yoked, harmonious, and ultimately your divine counterpart, okay? And like I said, even for those of you that this doesn't apply to actual connection, this could still be just talking about having that harmony of your both feminine and masculine energy within yourself. So it you know, it can easily go both ways, okay? Because those that are in alignment with your higher self, with your own feminine masculine energy, that is how you attract that outside of you anyway. So it's like you have to be in alignment with yourself regardless. So otherwise you just attract a partner that shows where you are vibrating and what you still need to work on. Let's see what else for Leo. And some of you as well, if this is someone that you guys are currently dealing with that you know you can't trust or that you don't trust, this is about being honest with yourself and cutting that person out, okay? Like I said, for those of you where this applied, being in the reverse, this is about making that final decision, awakening to what you need to do, what needs to happen, what needs to be done, and, you know, trusting that you're protected during, you know, during that period of making that decision. You're protected in that process. For those of you that applies, where that applies. What else for Leos? Another 77, okay? So this could definitely be a warning energy for some of you, that someone is maybe lying about their finances, okay? Someone may be deceptive about where they're putting their money or what they're investing in, okay? Because this 7 of Pentacles represents investments. It represents growth, okay? Kind of like it's also an analytical energy, right? This person is like standing there watering, but they're also kind of like, okay, is this working? Am I getting, you know, are my efforts yielding the results that I want? Is what I'm doing, how I'm nurturing my garden, is it working, right? So for some of you, that is what you're also being asked to do at this time as well, is to, you know, allow yourself to analyze your current situation, your current connection or relationship. Is this working? Is me staying with this person, is it going to grow? Am I going to be able to still grow here? Are we growing together, right? Or are my finances able to grow? Or are they being stagnated? This is like a, you know, analyzing all those things and how, you know, each are affected, right? So let's get an overall outcome message for Leo. Three of Pentacles, okay? So this is about working together, growth, teamwork, okay? Teamwork makes the dream work with the 10 of Cups, okay? So, you know, this is working towards your happiness, putting in the effort, Chariot energy at the bottom. So this could be a Cancer energy that some of you are dealing with, or could be of significance at this time, okay? With the King of Cups, so more water energy, that could be someone you're dealing with at this time. So, like I said, take it as it applies. But it feels like some of you, if for those of you where it applies that you are being guided to ultimately make a decision about someone that you know you don't trust, that you know is deceptive, lying to you, cheating, stealing your time, energy, money, whatever that might be, and you're really in this energy of kind of like debating on whether or not this can continue forward. For some of you, this is like when you make that decision to cut the cords, to cut ties with this person, that is where you where not only your finances start growing even more, if they're, you know, especially for those that are stagnated, it's like you're also going to attract someone that you can also build with, that you can build a happy home with, that you can build a happy life with. Okay, for some of you, that is what's on the, you know, on the horizon here as well, but you have to make room for it, because if you're still dating someone, you're not single, right? So you're probably not going to be available for what the universe is trying to bring you. And especially if it's a good person, the universe will make you wait. The universe will block that person off, send them in another direction, send them to another person, until you decide to be real with yourself and cut out what doesn't serve, cut out what isn't in alignment, you know, and make that decision. Okay. So some of you, this is really this period of being real with ourselves, being honest with ourselves about what needs to happen, so we can come into alignment with what we know we deserve and what we want to experience. Okay, so messages of advice and guidance from your spirit team. So we have Imagine, card 20. Okay, the 20th of this month may be significant. July 20th. Okay, June 20th could have been a significance. You may be 20. That could be a life path number for some of you. Okay, and then clarifying that is the 3, which is a Black Widow, and it was in reverse, came in reverse. So 2 Aquarius cards here. The Black Widow, this card represents betrayal, warning, cunning, danger, toxic situation or relationship. entrapment, unexpected attack, low vibration, poisonous, insidious. So this was in reverse. So I feel like for some of you, this is, you know, spirit really telling you, you know, to imagine yourself out of whatever toxic situation or relationship. Some of you are maybe having a hard time letting something go because you haven't allowed yourself to see or even play with the idea of what life could be beyond that. What life, how happy life could be, or how much better it could be without this toxicity, without this person that you know is, you know, vibrating on a low frequency. Some of you are being asked, this is your advice, to allow yourself to imagine what life could be without that. What life could be, you know, if you're really in alignment with someone, or, you know, a life that you really desire, what that could feel like. That is how you essentially attract it, is by imagining it first. You have to believe it before you see it. And we've been taught backwards. I won't believe it till I see it. It don't work like that. You have to believe it first. That is what makes it be, you know, come into your 3D reality. You have to see it first, and then that's what shows up. That's how everything is made and created. We had visions about different things, right? We get the idea in our mind that's downloaded to our mind first, which then we express it. It comes through the crown, it then goes to the third eye, and it has to come through your throat chakra to then express it, however that, you know, comes out. So I feel like some of you, if that's a concern for you, you know, well, how am I going to do this? Start just imagining how life would be without it. You know, how much happier you might be, how much more abundant you might be, what new opportunities or experiences you could have without this toxicity. You know what I'm saying? So the choice is always yours. Free will, you know, it's up to you. But that's the advice from your guides. So this is about alignment, getting in alignment, getting your head and heart, your dark and light on the same page. Okay, your shadow and your light body. You know, your light, the light part of you, feminine and masculine, getting them on the same page and moving forward victoriously. Okay. Some of you, if you're being guided to take a trip, okay, take a road trip, you know, to maybe get away, clear your head, to get clear about what you need to do, go ahead and do that. Okay. So Leos, that's what I have for you. I really pray that you trust that you found resonance with this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you smash that thumbs up, consider subscribing, sharing, commenting, let me know how it resonates. And until next time, you guys.